Bombing, episode 85.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bombing Podcast, episode 85.
That's right, folks.
85.
With special guest, once again, Luke Walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
I think you're...
I was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you were pretty close.
Yeah.
I think you're the most consecutive guest we've had on the podcast.
Yeah,
so
it's
far.
my fourth time.
That's right.
Nice.
It's big.
4 times in a row.
My name's Ryan Jennings. For those of you who don't know.
You guys, you know what my name is.
yeah.
I'm Hayden Wyckoff, guys.
They know you, dude.
They know me, dude.
Tom Kelly.
Yes, this is episode 85, folks. 85 in a row. Never missed a week except for kind of one time once. But that doesn't count. Technically, so I'll tell you this. We went 68 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And then we went home for a graduation. And we missed a week. But we were on vacation. Does that mean we missed a week, though?
Yeah, it does.
I know. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 months since I put up an episode of mine.
Yeah, what
so
the
you're
hell,
good.
man? What the hell is going on with your podcast with Chicago's own Tom Kelly, Sunset Heights?
Whitney Rainer's taking over my spot.
That's right, because you are leaving.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, actually.
Damn.
But it is, we're very happy that you could have been doing stand-up at Badger and Jam and the Comedy Store, but you said, you were like, nah, I'm doing Bombing Podcast
Yeah.
one last time.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm dizzy.
Yeah, that's it. Not because he had to. He's like, I got to get another episode in.
Yeah, the booker from the Comedy Store actually reached out to Luke and was like, please go on in the OR tonight. And he was like, no. I have to do a Bombing Podcast.
Mm-hmm. This is episode 85.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, perhaps you've heard of it. And they're like, nah.
No, we never heard of it.
There's nothing cringier than someone at the store who's like talking to like an established comic and is like, we've got a podcast. It's like, dude, don't.
Dude, I feel so embarrassed to bring that kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
Like I've run into so many comedians at the store, but even in public and stuff, like, that I respect, and I've never once told them, like, hey, I do comedy.
You cannot leave with that.
No.
That's a deal breaker.
No. Dude, I've met Bill Burr probably 8 times. He comes into this place a lot that I am at. And I was trying to be discreet.
Uh-huh.
I don't think
How about your job?
I don't think I pulled it off.
No.
But I've met him and I've had conversations with him. Never once have I brought up the fact that I am a comedian or I do stand-up or even that I like aviation. I don't want to I feel bad. I don't want to do that to him, you know?
Oh, you're just like, black wives are pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, black chicks, huh? That's the connection that makes us close.
That's your end.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the helicopters and airplanes or the comedy. It's black women.
Yeah, we get like movie stars and stuff coming into my store too for work. And dude, that never in a million years would I be like, "Hey, I do stand up."
Mhm.
Like it's the last thing you want to tell them.
Yeah. I just feel bad because I feel like they get that a lot, you know? I've met Steve-O a bunch of times, and I love that dude. I've looked up to him for a long time, and we relate on everything. Filming, skateboarding.
Ball torture.
That's right. Yeah, ball play. And never once have I... Stand up, you know? Never once have I even mentioned it. I just don't want to put that on them.
Dude, even with chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Wait, well, hold on, what?
I'm just like imagine talking to a girl and like your in is like, yeah, dude, I do stand up comedy. Could you imagine a fucking drier pussy than
Yeah.
that? It's like, oh, you do stand up?
Hmm.
Oh, it's a very concerning like, okay.
They're like Matt Rife? Well, no, not
No,
like
no.
I'm like, I actually do ventriloquism.
Dude, that's worse. That's worse than comedy. That or magic, I think.
Yeah. I brought this up a lot. Are magicians and comedians, are we rivals?
I think so.
Are we adversaries, you think?
We're not teammates.
I don't
No.
at all see them in the same arena.
Yeah, no.
Especially because, like, so many magicians are, like, they try to, like the Chris Angel thing of, like, trying to create mysticism around it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, this is a lame thing you do that you're
Dude,
trying to make.
You remember how big Chris Angel was? Remember
Yeah.
when Chris Angel
Yeah.
popped off?
Oh, he was the Dane Cook of card tricks.
He was.
Yeah.
Seriously, he had that same, like, trajectory.
Yeah.
I remember his videos where he'd like make a fucking tank appear out of nowhere. It's like so obviously fake as fuck, but everyone was like, "Yo, mind freak, dude." You know, he's got he wore those handcuff belt buckle. Everyone was like, or it was a necklace maybe.
Or you know what's worse? He wore the leather around the wrist
Ah.
things.
The leather fucking what's that called?
Wristbands?
Yeah, fucking bracelet.
Uh,
Oh, that guy sucked.
Whenever people are like, I got an invitation to the Magic Castle, I'm like, I'd rather go to a bouncy house.
Yeah, dude.
That's the more fun, childish experience.
What's Chris Angel up to, man? I hope he's doing okay.
I don't think he's doing anything at all.
Maybe he's just.
I
Like,
mean, he's probably got like a residency in Vegas or
he's got to
something.
be. Yeah, he's got to be in Vegas.
I was gonna say I think he's sitting in front of a pile of bills going abracadabra, hoping they disappear.
Chris Angel, man.
I think he's in debt with his wire budget.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Who is
yeah,
it? Who
we
is
do
the
that
guy-
levitation
Who was
thing.
the guy that didn't do magic, but he'd be like, I'm gonna hold my breath for 3 days.
Oh, that's
He was-
David Blaine.
David
Yeah.
Blaine. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
He's tight though.
Is he?
Yeah, David Blaine is tight.
How tight is he?
He's like a classy Steve-O.
Yeah, yeah,
Is essentially what they did.
yeah, yeah. He started out doing card tricks. Fascinating dude, actually. Started out doing card tricks and then went to like endurance stunts. So it
I'm
is.
gonna hold my poop for 72 hours.
That'd be a Steve-O thing. That's
Yeah.
a great way to put him, Luke. What would you say? A high class Steve-O?
Yeah.
That's what he does. He does like intelligent stunts. And Steve-O's like, I'm gonna swallow a fish. You know?
I never really got into the Jackass stuff.
Really?
No,
Oh,
it
I
wasn't
see.
for
Dude,
me.
that was my whole childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like stuff where I can't look at the screen because I'm like, God, this is gross.
Yeah.
No, that was that Jackass came around at the perfect time because I was like 15 and like Jackass 2 came out.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm.
I think that timeline's right. Even if it wasn't, I just know that when Jackass 3 premiered, I had to like, get a fake ID to go into the movie theater to go see it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we snuck. Yeah.
And it was so tight. It was everything I loved.
It's everything. It's just like men being men, skateboarding.
Poop.
Yeah. Someone gets kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And then your buddy's laughing, and then like a hot chick walks in. It's like it was the best.
Dude, they got Britney Spears to go into the poop like levitator.
the Pooh Cocktail Supreme.
Yeah, the poop cocktail supreme. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You see that?
I
They
mean,
got Britney Spears to do that. Hot chicks, dumps, hitting in the balls, dude. That's it. That's the big three.
yeah, it never really appeals to me. Even now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even when I watch like TikToks, like I love watching skateboard TikToks.
Yeah.
But if they try anything that's like more dangerous than cool, I like flow
Yeah.
in skateboarding videos. I don't like when they're trying like big jumps and stuff. I'm like, because I feel like they're doing it for my benefit. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want that.
And you feel bad. You're
I
like,
don't want that on my conscience.
yeah. The only thing I flinch at for real is you'll be scrolling, you know, and out of nowhere there'll be someone who does like a skateboard stunt or something, and you know like a leg break is about to happen, or like a UFC fight. I always look away and I scroll. I just can't. Watch
I can't stomach the UFC.
a fucking leg snap.
Dude, I'll tell you that there's nothing louder than a skateboard video of when a guy lands and then slips and then the back, just specifically the back part of the head,
The skull, yeah.
hits the concrete.
Yeah.
It just goes ping.
Cluck,
It's
cluck.
the loudest fucking noise, and they all go. Oh,
Yeah.
and they
It's-
seize up.
It's terrible. You don't like you don't watch UFC at all?
Nah, I can't stop. Like people are always like, "Oh, wrestling's fake." I'm like, thank goodness.
Yeah. I don't mind watching the
The
punching.
thing is, I love boxing and
Yeah,
I love
boxing.
watching boxing, but no UFC. It's either boring or horrifying.
Yeah. That's the draw, you know. I don't mind the punching in the face or the leg kick to the face, but it's when I see a dude snap his femur
Yeah.
and then put pressure on it because he doesn't know it's snapped yet, and then he holds it up and it's limp.
Yeah.
That I can't watch that. I'm just like, fuck. Dude.
I just hate that end of the fight thing where they get the hit that like clearly won it, but then they do like 9 more hits, and I'm just like, leave him be.
yeah. Yeah, that's terrible, dude. When he's on the ground,
Yeah.
knocked out, and then someone comes in and just pile drives him.
Yeah, I
It looks
just
like that kangaroo Shane Gillis was talking about. He's like,
yeah.
Great special, by the way.
yeah.
Shane Gillis. That was his first Netflix special.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, man.
Netflix is starting to go back to giving specials to people that are funny instead of people that are brown or gay.
Yeah.
Because they started off and it was the place to get your special on, and then it just became a checking the boxes thing, and you look, it's like, who are these people getting specials?
Yeah.
And you watch some of them, they have laugh tracks and shit on them, and then I think they're
for
finally getting back to like giving it to like real comedians.
Good. Mark Norman's was really good. We watched that when it
Exactly.
came
And he was like kind of the example of like, well, if this guy can't get a Netflix special, no one can.
out. Yeah. What happened? Something happened with YouTube. I've heard comics talk about how YouTube's is going away for the place for specials, but I don't think YouTube's never going anywhere. But it was Joe List. He got like, what's it called? Demonetized
Yeah.
because he said something, I forget. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he said something, and it got demonetized and like off the algorithm or something. And it's like, if I can't say what I want to say here on YouTube, where can I go?
That's why like Luce Gomez keeps being like, subscribe to Gas Digital because everything we put out is eventually going to be wiped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's going to be the only place where you can get it.
Wait, what is that, Gas?
Gas Digital is huge.
That's
never
their.
heard of
It's Luce Gomez and Ralph Sutton's like podcast network,
Oh, right on,
and they just released like a bunch of half-hour specials.
right on.
You know that comic, Dave Smith I
Yeah.
listen to? He
Yeah.
he does all these autistic rants on how like the government should be smaller.
Yeah.
Like that all his stuff is on there.
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah. Part of the problem is on there, and like Tim Dillon started off on Gas Digital,
Mhm.
and
it's
Are You
like its own
Garbage started
website?
off. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like one of the few things I subscribe to
Right on.
intentionally. Everything else I subscribe to, I just forgot to cancel the free trial. But it's great.
Right on.
Man, I can't wait to listen to podcasts on the drive up to Canada and the drive over to Toronto.
You have a long drive ahead of you. You're going to Alberta.
I have 2 long
right?
drives. Yeah, so that's a 28-hour drive the way I'm taking, because I'm taking a long way. And then it's like 35 to Toronto.
Jesus.
Grief,
And that's
dude.
through Canada, through the prairies. That's going to suck.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of podcasts to run through.
Yeah.
You'll get some content.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I love a long drive though.
Oh, I do too. I'm actually looking forward to
I
it.
disagree. I hate a long drive.
Really?
You don't like a long drive?
I cannot stand.
Have
a
you
long
done it
drive.
recently though? Now that like podcasts are a thing.
The last long drive I did was from Nashville to Los Angeles, and I'm never driving that long again.
That was a big drive.
I'm never doing that again, dude. And look, it was great.
but
It
you
was-
gotta see America.
Because everyone goes, it's so beautiful. Oh, you go through the prairies and the desert. Oh, it's so beautiful. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it's over.
Yeah.
Once you're finished with it, yeah, it's fucking awesome. Once you don't have to do it anymore, it's fucking tight.
There'll be a time when you're in a different state. It's like, man, I traveled so far today.
Yeah.
But then you're like in your 8th hour through Montana, and you're like, fuck these hillbillies.
You're like,
Piece
if I
of
see
shit.
one more fucking wind turbine, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
No,
go
it
into
is.
the left lane.
Idaho rubs it in your face if you're driving up the 15, because you'll see stop at the Museum of Cleaning, and it's just like brooms and shit. And then there's also a potato museum a
Bunch
few
of women
miles
in there.
down.
The Museum of Cleaning Up My Suicide when I
It's wild.
blow my fucking brains out
The
I saw-
last big drive I did was out here to
to California.
to California from Nashville, and I was driving the Penske truck.
Yeah, I at least had a normal, like a human vehicle.
Yeah.
You were in like a big truck.
It was great. I love driving big cars, but it had like a top out speed of 75 miles an hour. So
Like a
it's-
limiter.
yeah, 75 all the way. But yeah, the only thing that made that drive cool was like, oh, I'm leaving my hometown and going to
Yeah.
Los Angeles. This is crazy. And every mile got like cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pull up to the apartment. And I was like, oh, it's fucking nuts. But yeah, if I had to drive somewhere dumb, I'd be like,
It will be cool to like pull into a city I've never been in.
yeah.
Like when I get to Toronto and just like have that place to stop. And
Yeah, that'd be tight if I pulled into it in the rental car that I got at the airport that I flew into. That'd be really sick.
It'd be cooler if you had spots in that dumb small town.
Yeah, dude.
You know? I hear a lot of comedians talk about like, had to wake up and take a flight to fucking Alabama today. Fuck Bama. Go Vols.
Oh yeah, on God, fuck Bama, go Vols.
Oh, and then I had
fuck Eric Andre.
then I had 3 shows. It's like that sounds amazing to me.
You guys are built for road comic.
Hell yeah.
Because you guys just get so like juiced up about planes.
We do.
It's not gonna bother you like it does everybody else.
I don't think so, man.
Dude, I love flying.
Yeah.
I understand that it's like a hassle. It's like this big expensive bus, you know, and you have to deal with people in like, you know, Cookie Monster sweatpants and stuff. I understand that, but like I still love flying. I love everything about it. I love waking up earlier than you should. I love taking the train down to LAX.
Yep.
I hate going through security, but after that, I love getting drinks. You know, you have like 5 or 6 cocktails before you get on the plane at the bar.
You eat at Jersey Mike's, you know. You
Yeah.
get at Jersey
I love
Mike's.
the 400% markup and
Yeah.
Look, my favorite part about travel is the fact that I'm not at my shitty day job.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. Like, I'll hear people, oh, I got to fly to fucking Florida and do a show. It's like, I'm a busboy.
this is the logic of people who just ride the trains, like the freight trains.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, well, I'm not at work.
Dude, I love not being at work. Anywhere that's not my day job is better.
Yeah, dude, I love flying, man. I love everything about it. I love the tiny bathroom that people try to take a dump in and then can't.
I've never shit on an
You
airplane.
can't shit on an
Every
airplane.
time.
Every time.
What?
Look, I've lived with you guys for 3. I'm constantly having to shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're aware.
I'll go like once or twice on like a flight from LA to Alberta.
Damn.
Whoa,
Damn.
dude.
I'll never shit on a plane unless I just have to.
Guys, that's a lot of dumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's quite a bit of dumps.
Two,
Yeah.
two dumps on a plane ride.
Once when they turn the seatbelt sign off, once when they tell me they're gonna turn it back on.
And then again, just for fun, because how often do you get to be in those tiny little bathrooms?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to suck all the poo and shit and piss out of airplanes for many years. So I like know what's on the other end. Like I had to put on a fucking like rain jacket pretty much and a welding helmet.
Well, it wasn't for rain. It was.
No, it was about to rain something. And I pushed the lav cart up, and I grabbed this stinky poo hose, and I I screw the hose into the what is the butthole of the airplane? It's the
Airplanes
anus.
do have buttholes. Yeah.
It's the anus.
Yeah.
And then you either pull, depending on the airplane, you pull a wire or a lever, and it just horrid comes out, and it fills up the tube. And the worst part was it fills up the tube because there's so much, and then you'd have to take the tube and do this like worm effect to like gather it into the.
Oh, because some of it got caught in like the bottom that would go down.
Because the tube is filled, and you'd have to maneuver
like
it.
guide the turd back down into the.
You know
car.
what's funny? There's a dad in the plane like pointing to you. It's like that guy's gonna go refuel the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
I'd fucking dump all the shit out and then fuel it and then hand the pilot a paper slip with the fuel numbers and like my poopy fingers.
Yeah, and then he got pink eye and then went and flew to Toronto.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
He gives you a sandwich.
I ate a lot of flight peanuts though.
Is there what amount of soap gets that off your hands? If,
I think my hands
if you-
are
if-
ruined.
If you touch like plain poo,
Hmm.
like airplane poop,
Yeah.
what amount of soap is needed?
Every
to get that off
airplane
your-
employee has pink eye.
Yeah. I think I got pink hands. My hands must be ruined at this point.
Not to do too perfect of a transition, but I do need to use the washer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
dude.
Cut. Because a guy who rolls his own cigarettes, that's like his personality, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's who he is. It's like, whoa, dude, so cool. You know how to fucking lick paper. That's awesome.
That's why I couldn't do it. Just the licking the paper seems gay.
It's pretty gay. If you look, I'll say it right now. If you roll your own cigarettes, that's gay.
yeah.
That is gay, man.
The only thing worse than that is roll your own joint guy.
Ugh.
That guy, he goes like,
Yeah.
oh, and just slobbers all over the paper.
Yeah.
you know?
You want to hit this? No, I don't want to hit this.
No,
Not
not at all.
Not only because you just slobbered all over it, But more importantly than that, I'm not a fucking loser.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
smoke pot.
That does drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't smoke pot.
Look, we've said it here on the podcast once before, but we'll say it again. Marijuana's for losers.
If you smoke pot, you're a fucking loser.
If you're gonna do drugs, do heroin.
Yes, go big or go home. Or just have a couple drinks every once in a while or every night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better do something that lets people know you have a problem.
Pot is for losers, man. Hold on.
Did I not do it right?
No.
Ryan just has to make sure. He's been burned too many times.
I'm telling you, when you like after like you do like 50 minutes or whatever, you do the podcast and you're like, man, that was great. Let me go turn the camera off, and you see that it wasn't recording.
Yeah.
You want, if there was a gun anywhere near me, I'd fucking kill myself. It's the worst feeling.
So you're saying it's not near you?
It's not near us right now. It's like Marco Polo with the fucking gun. Like, you're getting warmer.
They've been gone at work. Every day they leave for work, and I just start scurrying around drawers trying to find it.
Start searching, dude.
No, there's no guns in this apartment. FBI.
It's in the parking spot.
There's no, yes. There are 0 weapons in this apartment.
There's no loaded guns in this apartment.
Now that I'm not a member of the bar, I need a gun.
No longer a lawyer.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a big life change.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it now. I think it's the right thing. But there's a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been like watching the Toronto like Facebook comedy group, and it's makes me a little nervous that it's going to be like it is in Alberta, but there's just like a lot of politics and backbiting and
What's it like in Alberta? What's the
Mean?
comedy scene like there? Mean? What do you mean mean?
very mean. Yeah, no, I mean there's just scarcity, so people are kind of, they hold what they have very jealously, and like there's just kind of like a lot of bullying. There's one guy that's basically retarded, and everyone just shits on him on Facebook all the time, and it's tough to watch. But there's also like the mics, they always like pre-book them, and you gotta like DM the guy hosting. Like it's like, why not just do a simple people come and sign up?
Yeah.
But they want to make it a show.
Then that feels like
because-
it could be this weird, like if you're not in with him, then you don't get.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how funny you are. It has to do with whether one guy likes you or not.
Well, the mics aren't. I feel like it just doesn't feel like they're based on getting better. They try to make every mic like a show, which is like part of the problem of like kind of like what I've noticed is there's a way more ego with Canadian comics.
Interesting.
But then for like someone at the same level as an LA person, and I think I said this maybe on the last time I was on here, but yeah, it's like twice the ego and half the talent because they're not putting in as much work because the system doesn't let them, but they're also getting like to do basically shows, and then that goes to their head.
So they go do an open mic set that they think they like crushed at, and they're like, "Oh, I'm the shit."
Well, no, it's just they like make the open mics so that it's like the whole idea where you just show up and do like jokes in front of just a room of other comics that they don't really do that.
Yeah, and struggle.
And, like, they really-
openly struggle.
Yeah, they look down on the struggle as opposed to here where it's like, well, this is something we're all going through.
Yeah.
And that's why I think LA comics and New York comics are so much nicer to each other. It's because we share in all these humbling experiences.
Dude, I've seen
Humbling's the fucking
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
I've seen all of my closest, comedy LA friends like eat shit, me included. I probably eat shit more than most, and it's just, but dude,
And
that's
you
part of
gotta.
it. That's part of it, man.
You give someone $40 when they're 2 weeks in, and they just get this different idea of what. There's no concept of supply and demand in Canadian comedy, really.
Oh,
Because like here, it's like, well, why? Who would pay us? It's like I'm new. I wouldn't pay to see me. And they're like, if you're doing comedy and someone's buying a ticket, you should be getting paid. It's like, well, they're kind of doing you a favor, like putting you up. Mm-hmm. There's none of that. It's like I'm just happy to do a spot.
yeah, absolutely. We just did our first paid gigs 2 weeks ago, and could not be more happy
No.
that someone was
with the
thought-
$7.50.
That's right. I can't believe.
Hey, it was $15. All right,
Yeah,
I got
that's right.
15.
He got 15.
Let's get the record straight. It was 15.
I cannot believe that someone offered me money, man.
People were always like, "Oh man, it's crazy. You just like turn down all the paid gigs you get here." And I'm like, "It's not. I'm not turning down a lot of money." Like I did one in Santa Monica, and it's like split between everybody. And I mean, it was just fine. There's like 30 people at the show, but split between all the comics. I mean, it's not you know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't cover our dinner last night.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to turn down like $150 things, and I'm like, that hurt a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you also
especially
didn't
because I
have
drove to Montana for it.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I like to look at the bright side of things also. That, like you said, there are people in Canada, Canadian comedians that are like out for themselves. They're like greedy, would you say?
No, it's just so like there's not the same comedy system in the state or in Canada. And so like there's just not as many like so many fewer people can make a living doing comedy
Oh.
in Canada as opposed to the States. And so the people who were like kind of near that or established are just very cutthroat and like very harsh on new people. And that's not to say there aren't cool, like the younger group in Edmonton is an awesome group of guys.
Right on.
And same in Calgary. But then there's just like, usually the older comics are really shitty. And there's also like the, you know, what would be East Side comics in LA.
Mm.
Those people are way more aggressive out there.
What's
Which for me is a problem.
What's out in Edmonton, dude? Like, what's like the LA, New York of like Canadian stand up?
The LA is Vancouver and Toronto is the New York.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, even
Geographic.
then, like, looking at the Toronto, like, what's available as far as, like, open mics and shows, it's not near what New York is. And the same with, like, Vancouver. There's smaller versions.
Yeah.
And they still come down here anyways.
Although Vancouver's more like Portland than
Ew.
LA.
Gross.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I did a podcast once where we had to say our 3 favorite Canadians. And what I realized is there's a lot of famous Canadians, but you don't know they're Canadian. Because as soon as you're good at something, you go to the States.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Dude, that's how America got Norm, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Drake.
Is
Justin
Drake
Bie-
Canadian?
Justin Bieber. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I am dreading how much they love Drake in Toronto. I hate Drake.
You're not a big Drake guy?
Every like Instagram story of a show has Drake playing as like the music for it.
Ugh.
And I'm like, there's other rappers. There's other rappers from Toronto even, and no
Yeah.
one's like, yeah, I don't get why he's. It wasn't until I came to college that I found out men listen to Drake. I honestly just thought it was like music specifically for women. It's so soft and gay. And
Dude, that's what
like
I've been
this
saying.
is a real like gross bastardization of rap music. And then
the people that listen to Drake also roll their own cigarettes.
I'm like Nick Titoni is like he likes Drake. He asked me who else. I was like, I don't know, Katy Perry. I don't.
I can see Nick blasting Drake
Yeah,
driving down the road.
yeah. I don't know. Whenever I hear it, I'm like, this is Drake. Like this is what people love. But I'm an old man when it comes to music.
You're an old soul, Luke.
Give me Wu-Tang and Merle Haggard.
I like Johnny Cash. Blink 182. We total opposite fucking. I mean, the length between those two people.
It's both just singing about their problems,
That's
but
it,
one
yeah.
one's real.
That's right. That's right.
One guy's like, I drink whiskey to drown my problems. The other one's like, high school sucks. It's awful here in school.
I want girls to like me.
Have you guys ever heard Pink Guy?
No.
Yes.
He makes like a
Yes.
lot of parody songs,
Yes.
and there's one. It's
Uh-huh.
like high school sucks.
Uh-huh.
Everybody called me a faggot. He's also got Dora the Explorer, and it's like Dora, bitch looks good for a 4-year-old.
What's that guy's real name? Because I only know him as Pink Guy.
Yeah, he goes by another. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah,
but
me neither.
his best is just like it's like an open letter to Dan Schneider, the guy that runs Nickelodeon. It's all just like bring back the women of age. It's so funny. You know, he's great, and I feel like not a lot of people. I'm always tempted to play the Dora the Explorer. There's a few Latina comics that are quite short, and I'm always tempted when I'm hosting to play that.
Walk-up music, that'd be great.
But the problem is the intro is so long, so it wouldn't like make sense.
Yeah.
But to just have them coming off to bitch looks good for a 4-year-old.
That'd be great.
Oh,
You guys seen that guy going around? He's like on Instagram. He's like a shitty rapper, and he's like, "I'm so fly, call me Indiana Jones." You guys seen that? You
Yeah,
seen that
he's
guy?
the same guy. He's like Martin Luther King had a dream.
It's like shit, but it's hilarious.
It's straight ass.
Oh, have you heard Bad Behavy?
No.
She is like the Bonfire. They like discovered her, and she's just like another like bad YouTube rapper.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's also got one on about Martin Luther King.
There's this one about it's like "Don't Stop Believing," but it's like this guy like messes up popular songs and like says the chorus first and like switches lines. It's so funny. I laugh so hard. It's like I think it's like a parody of like "Don't Stop Believing" or something. That shit cracks me up, dude. There's nothing funnier. Even those like shitty flute, you know, like those shitty flute songs. Nothing is funnier than something like played off key and shitty. It's so good.
Just a small town girl
Yeah, dude. Or the trumpet, you know.
living in a lonely world.
Delusional YouTube brings so much joy.
It really does.
And then I hate when someone tries to show me a YouTube video of something impressive, and I'm like, that's not what this is for.
Yeah, let me see something funny.
Yeah, show me something embarrassing.
You brought up Nickelodeon. I just I DM'd Miranda Cosgrove last night.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Oh, she hasn't. You're not gonna believe this,
Yeah.
but she hasn't responded.
Oh, darn.
I know.
That stinks.
I know. I don't know how. She doesn't have that many followers.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
What did you say to Miranda?
I said? Want to get sushi?
Why not Korean barbecue? That would it.
That Korean barbecue was good.
It was great. We went to.
But
Korean
I don't know. I
barbecue
think
last night.
sushi. I just it looked like a better sentence. Wanna get sushi? That's what I said. And then I did a little sushi emoji.
How many of these shot in the dark messages have you sent?
I've sent out a couple.
Wait, to Miranda Cosgrove or to different celebrities?
just one to her. I've never DM'd Miranda Cosgrove.
Who's
before.
your other crush? The hammerhead shark eyes lady? What's her? Who is that? What's her name?
She's the girl from the chess.
Yeah, yeah.
The chess Netflix.
Yeah. The I'm really good at chess show.
Yeah.
what's that?
Anya Joy Taylor.
Anya Taylor
Taylor-Joy.
Yeah,
Anya
yeah,
Taylor-Joy.
that's it, yeah.
You know Anya Taylor Joy?
I do not.
She doesn't look like a hammerhead shark, by the way.
No. No.
Yes, she's very pretty. I've never messaged her though.
Who's the other person you've messaged?
Selena Gomez.
Oh, that's your girl, dude.
I like her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know she grew up poor, right?
She what?
Grew up poor.
She did? Oh, I'll stop talking to her. I didn't know she didn't come from money.
Hey, same, dude.
You think she grew up as a wizard, but she didn't.
No, she didn't. She's a fraud.
Dude, I dated her just to get into Martin Short's ear. What was the other guy? Martin
Steve Martin.
Short's ear. Steve Martin, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a good line though. Want to get sushi? It's simple.
Yeah, how'd you come up with it?
Yeah, it was, Ryan, that was bad.
I think that was. What's wrong with that? Want to get sushi?
No. You have to be more creative than that.
I mean, you got to stand out.
Yeah.
What's? I think no. See, because I think too many people are standing out. Hey, beautiful. Would you please go out with? Nah. Want to get sushi? Question mark.
You should have just called her a fucking faggot, and then that would probably get you like a proper response at least, you know.
What's up, bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I should have said.
Yeah. Wait, you should have Andrew Tated her.
I should have. Yeah.
You should have asked way too personal questions about Dan Schneider.
Yeah, I should have. Tell me everything about Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Also, over sushi. That's what I should have
Yeah.
done. Let's talk about Dan Schneider over some sushi.
I hear you have great feet.
How's Jeanette McCurdy doing?
You should have.
That's what you should have been.
I
It's
heard
like, I'm
her-
actually more of a Jeanette McCurdy guy.
Yeah. I heard her book sucked.
You should have DM'd her like, I want to Drake your Josh right now, dude.
Oh, dude. No. I want to Drake your Josh.
I'd like to see your Waverly Place.
Oh no!
And then that way she's like, oh, he doesn't even know what show I'm on.
I don't even know. Oh my god. Oh, dude. iCarly.
You'd be like,
Dude, I'm like hot right now. Dude, that was so fucking funny.
I'm thinking of iCarly puns.
listen, Miranda, I know you haven't gotten any work in a while and it feels like no one cares, but I care.
Nah, dude.
This is all better than Let's Get Sushi. I
thought
would
Let's
send
Get
one of
Sushi
these
was
as a
good.
follow-up.
No,
I-
yeah, no,
You just
Ryan,
you
guys-
got to send a follow-up. I mean, you get 3 before it's harassment.
Yeah.
So
Is that the law? What's wrong? Okay, well, yeah. Oh, well, y'all's DMs to the girls you like are way better than mine. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. His own Wayne Gretzky right there.
Yeah.
I get DMs from whores after shows, which I never open. And you just wait until the request thing times out and it disappears.
Don't even open it. You guys are gonna be so jealous when she responds.
Yeah, are we?
Yeah. With a a restraint order.
Here's the thing. She's a former television star.
Yeah.
That's going to be some expensive sushi.
Yeah. No. Here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna poor man's it. I'm gonna good boy poor man's it.
Take her to a Chinese buffet.
Figure Ralph's sushi, just in the apartment. No, just pick her up. Hey, I'll pick you up at 8. Pick her up in the old beat up Ford Ranger.
Show up at
Yeah.
8:45.
You know, show up late. Yeah. Pick her up in the old truck.
Yeah.
Make her ride in the back.
Take her.
It's like I heard your friend Selena grew up doing this.
Take her to like a whatever sushi place.
Sure.
And then she gets paparazzi'd, and I'm like, you even this big? I don't even. What is? I don't. It's not even in my realm. And then take her to Badger and Jam, and
And then bomb. And
she can
then
watch me.
And you do that rape joke.
The twice and done lucid dreaming joke, might I say, that happens to touch on the topic of that. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are just jealous. That's it. I think that's it. I mean,
How long had you been planning to do this before you did it last night?
I have liked her for a few years.
As you got to know each other.
I've liked her for
As
a long
she
time.
faded out of the limelight.
But I happened to see a picture of her, and I was like, man, she's pretty. I should ask if she'd like to go out. You know.
So is any picture you see of someone who's pretty?
I've DM'd some people that I thought were pretty that I've never heard from again. I forgot I'm talking to the man who's just batting off pussy back in Canada. You got 3 dates lined up, and you're like, nah, I'm not going to any.
Yeah.
3 dates lined up. You're like, nah, fuck them.
The trick is to show no interest whatsoever
That's what they love.
to the point that they eventually leave.
Now you're supposed to show no interest, and then they want you more.
There have been some female comics who got too friendly, and the moment I start getting like good morning texts, I just start like acting in a way that suggests I'd be abusive. You get a good morning text and you're just like, well, now I'm all the way awake.
Yeah.
You need to learn to act
Yeah.
right.
As soon as you start getting those good morning texts, you gotta shut it. You're like, we're shutting it down. We gotta shut it down.
I was talking to this one girl recently. She it's funny. I don't want to give too much away, but one of my buddies set me up with her, and she lives here, but she was like in Nashville, and
This was your buddy Josh Radner?
no, it was my buddy Drake Bell. And so he DM'd me and was like, dude, she lives in Los Angeles. Long story, blah blah blah. We were talking, and after like a few days, talking with her started to mess up what I've got going on
With Miranda?
with Miranda. Yes, I didn't want her to interfere. I started I wasn't writing. I wasn't. As I was talking to her, I wasn't writing. I wasn't doing that great on stage.
Yes,
the second that it interfered with with my operation, I went, nah.
She was leeching your energy, bro.
Yeah.
She was stealing your soul.
Yeah.
Succubus.
Yeah.
Succubus, exactly. She was taking your
My life force.
Yeah, exactly. Your life force. Your sperm energy.
Mm-hmm.
She was stealing it from you.
She was taking my Jedi. What's it called? My fucking
mind tricks.
No, my Jedi. What's it called?
Your midichlorian.
That's it. You got it. 10 points to Gryffindor.
We had a friend who started dating a girl, and then he stopped playing video games with us as much, and so we would always just refer to her as, like, there's an old episode of South Park where Chef starts dating a succubus. He's like, but man, it's a succubus. So whenever we were talking about her, we were like, she's a succubus. Or from time to time, if it was real, a cuccubus.
That's good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Girls steal your life force, dude. Dude, girls come into your buddy's life and then just like suck the whole life out of them, and then like they go on and like get married and have kids and do like the thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But you're just like,
You're like, nah, I want to tell jokes.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And it's been a while since I was in that situation, but the second it started interfering with like my schedule, and I run a tight ship. We run a tight ship,
We do.
and
There are no holes on this Captain Ahab.
No.
Right here.
no, we keep it tidied down,
Yes.
and it started messing up my schedule, and I went, nope, goodbye. And then, wouldn't you know, I returned to my schedule, and everything's been great. It's been great.
It's working out. You just got up at the store, Things have been hitting.
Yep. The second I started talking to this woman, I started bombing.
Yeah, it's bad luck to take women out on the high seas,
Yes.
Yeah,
they can't handle the
the
waves.
It's bad luck to have a lady on your
They
ship.
become real high seas.
Yeah, they do.
Yo, we're hating women on this podcast right now, dude. This whole podcast, fuck chicks, dude.
It's dangerous for them, too. They end up getting hard.
Yeah, dude. Trying to shiver me timbers or something. I don't know. I didn't have something there. Shiver me timbers.
Do you know why pirates wear eye patches?
Why?
So that when they go below deck, they can take off their eye patch, and then they're not like adjusting to the sun when they're fighting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was expecting a big punchline.
No.
And you just nothing. Like, I was so prepared for
It's
a big
a
punchline.
pirate fact I stole from another podcast of comics from Nashville.
Is that right?
Yeah, I learned it
was
on
so ready to
on
laugh.
Nateland. Yeah, no, it's just a fun fact.
Oh,
Because
wow.
you always think it's like, because they're missing eyes, but then you're like, that's a crazy amount of missing. It's a crazy amount of the same injury for all these
Yeah.
people to have.
That's so funny. I was like, that's not very funny, Luke. And you're like, no, it's just a fun fact.
You know
Do you know any street jokes? Like, I don't know any jokes.
Huh?
Like, cause I was expecting that to be like a funny joke, but I actually don't know any like, hey, you know,
I'm thinking back, like, all the ones from, like, when I was a kid were also offensive.
yeah.
Because there was a Chinese comic, and he was talking about something, and I remembered one, and I'm like, oh, shit, I can't say that.
You can't be on record saying that.
Yeah, there was another one where it was, like, this dad's talking to all his kids, and one kid's like, why'd you call me Feather? He's like, well, when you were born, a feather fell on your head. And the other one's like, why'd you call me Penny? He's like, when you were born, a penny fell on your head. That one's like, he's like, shut up, Brick.
Yeah. I don't know any like jokes. You know,
Like street jokes? No.
I don't know any. Those I don't know. Those weren't like around when we were growing up.
No, and the ones that we did here were just so obscenely racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're all.
that you couldn't.
I know like 1,000 like super racist ones.
Yeah.
But
They're
the
not
thing is
even
like
funny. They're just racist. And what's funny about it
Nope.
is how crazy.
I
they are.
disagree. You know, because comics are always like, oh, it's just like some awful street joke, and it's just because it's a street joke. When I think back to a lot of them, like they were funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of jokes were.
You
And
know,
then
what do you
even-
walk? What do you
even
say when you
hear
walk in
one-
and your TV's floating?
Any of the ones I'd hear, I'd
The
just be like, ah. Like that was my reaction. Like, ah.
there was the classic chainsaw one. You know that everyone said growing up.
Run!
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember the chainsaw.
There was the chainsaw one. There was hormone. You know, there was the setup and the punchline was like, I've never heard of hormone. You know, that's why a germ doesn't sweat. I don't know.
It's funny, like 'cause you can like mix it up because there's like a lot of overlapping stereotypes. So like Americans will just do like the black ones, and I can be like, well, how do you kill a native? And you put their welfare check in their work boots, and
That's pretty good. I never heard that one.
Yeah, the only street jokes I heard growing up were like about slavery against black people.
yeah, they were all racist or
Yeah.
sexist
Yeah.
or something
the
like
good,
that.
The good ones were.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
And the rest are just stuff we heard from Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
He had great jokes.
Well, there was a while where Bert Kreischer was talking on podcasts how he's like trying to write a street joke, and he's like, I just can't.
Yeah, I just think, you think that's like a lost art.
I mean, I don't know because no one knows where they came from. Like, they're so hard to like find. Like, you can't, because there's an episode of Family Guy where they try to like find the origin of all the world's dirty jokes.
Yeah, that was old. That was what season? Fucking early seasons, right?
Also,
It
that's
was when I was in high school.
that's the other thing about like street jokes is that no one knows the origin of them. No one
Yeah.
knows where they came from. Like
Yeah, like-
but everyone knows them, but no one knows where they came from.
Yeah,
The Rothschilds.
probably a deep state.
We're talking about some Jew jokes, dude.
Yeah, it's funny. They're just out there,
Yeah.
and you know what sucks is one guy came up with, you know, the run. And then he told his buddy, who told 3 buddies, who told 9 buddies,
And then it was out,
Who
and then
told 30 buddies?
Yeah, and then it was you can't contain it anymore.
Yeah.
I like to think that like the first time he tried it, he told it to like the wrong group. It's funny, like when I was younger, like I've never had much of a filter. But like,
Shocking.
especially like because like I was like on so many pills when I was a kid, so I'd be like pretty tame. But then like on the days when I forget to take my pills, I would be like manic. And there were a few times where I got like sent to the office just for repeating shit that I heard. Like,
Trying to get a laugh.
it's also like, where's the line? Because I remember the joke was, what do gay horses eat? And the answer is, hey.
That's hilarious.
Here's the thing. Miss Brookelman I told it to one teacher and he laughed. And then I told it to Miss Brookelman. And then before I could even say the punchline, she was like, hey. And I told it to a third teacher and she was like, go to the office.
Oh man,
I was like, God damn it.
that's a good joke.
'Cause, yeah, I was like, I'm like, I had 2 pretty good runs of this one.
Yeah.
Why did this not work?
That's pretty funny. That's a funny joke.
That is a funny joke.
One time I asked the teacher like what a bindi dot was for, like that like Indian women wear. And then she's like, instead of giving you the answer, I want you to go and find it out and like research it. Which, that's bullshit. Just answer my question. Like, don't kill curiosity in people and make them go do extra homework.
Yeah.
So I went home and asked my dad, and he's like, it's a push start. So I came the next morning. Like, it's a
Funny
push
dad.
start.
You're talking about the red dot on
Yeah.
people's
So I got
skulls.
sent to the
Yeah,
office
yeah.
for that one too, which is entirely my dad's fault because I didn't know really even what that meant,
That's
and
great.
I just accepted it and went.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know any. I'm struggling to come up with any.
Any street jokes?
No, I don't know any.
I mean, it's a problem at like roast battle. A lot of times they'll like if they hear a street joke, they'll call it out, because like Did you guys ever watch Yo Mama on MTV?
Mm-hmm.
Yo Mama jokes are all street jokes, and they're fun. Those ones aren't always racist. Sometimes they're just fun.
Not the whole Yo
not
Mama
like all
genre,
the time, but
I feel like we've all got favorite. One of my favorite ever heard is Yo Mama's so strong she can roof a napkin.
That one is good.
Yeah, no, that show was so much fun, and
I remember like growing up in Tennessee, I would hear like political street jokes. Like people all the time would be like you remember when George Bush was running for president again?
I remember. I was mad. I was furious in second grade or whatever.
But I'd hear like grown ass men at like my elementary school that were picking up their kids, from class, and they'd be like, yeah, George Bush, Hillary Clinton, and Bill Clinton were in the back of a single cab truck, and Ronald Reagan was driving, and then he drove it into a lake, and they all drowned because they couldn't get the tailgate open. It was like that. It was like It was
That's
so
pretty
bad.
funny.
No, it was so bad.
Yeah.
It's such a bad. It was like so bad that it was funny because
Yeah.
it's like some low brain fucking idiot that drinks fucking Keystone Ice or whatever. Got it. And was like, ha ha ha. That's funny. Ha 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 ha.
a cool phenomenon is just like when tragedies happen and a bunch of people think of jokes like immediately. When the one space shuttle crashed, and I don't know, but 7 people
Columbia.
died, and someone was like, NASA stands for need another 7 astronauts. And then that was another one I repeated at school.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I was like, this is hilarious.
Need another 7 astronauts.
And then teacher's
that
like,
was Challenger.
teacher's like, that's not funny. People died. And I'm like, yeah, but it's
That's why it's fun.
really clever.
That's hilarious, dude. I haven't heard that before. Need another 7 astronauts. That's funny.
I remember, I don't
That is
know who
good.
told me, but
And one
I heard
teacher.
it the day of, and I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Reminds me of your
The Guam joke.
Guam stands for
Give up and move.
The one that I think cemented your win 11-0 at the comedy
That was
Store
definitely
roast
the
battle.
knockout punch.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That one crushed. That was so fun to watch. I
Me and Forrest Wheeler on the 14th of November is the next one.
will be there.
Luke's kind of dressed like an astronaut now. He's got the orange on,
Yeah.
Kind of looks like he's walking up the jet bridge.
I've also been swashbuckling. Check it out.
I see it. That was so fun watching your roast. Because I had peeked into a roast battle once before that. I didn't stay for the whole thing though. I just saw one battle, I think. But to be there, start to finish, see the people go up, and Guam's great, but you just took it. You just took the cake, man.
He was.
It was kind of cool when they chanted my name beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been cooler if it was just Luke Walls.
They did add pussy.
Yeah, they chanted Luke Pussy Walls.
Luke
But it
Pussy
was cool
Walls.
that it was so loud and a whole room of people doing it. I was
Yeah.
like, nice, but so
That was great
This
to
isn't
see.
totally how I envisioned it happening.
It's exactly what you want, but not the way you wanted it.
Yeah.
It was so fun to watch you so many times run the material and then put it to work, and it was just such a clear win, man. You wiped him out.
Yeah, that was fun. I was glad I was able to defend it at least once, because a lot of people don't defend it very many times. They usually lose it after 1 or 2 battles.
Yeah.
But I mean, Forrest Wheeler is going to be really good because he's always great.
I've seen him at a few mics, and he's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
I've never seen him roast, but I just know his stand-up is very
Oh,
funny.
his roasts are great. His
Yeah.
last one with Roger Smith was incredible.
The last time I saw Forrest Wheeler, I'll give him a shout-out because he is very funny, was at the Laugh Factory. And, everyone bombed. It was just homeless people. You know the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Everyone sucked. And I had a great set, and he had a great set. And he got the call back.
Well, he ended up being on the Showcase show.
Did he?
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, he deserved it because he's a funny dude. And hard-working as well.
Yeah.
But,
It's going to be interesting because we both we have a lot of similar things.
yeah.
Because we're both straight white guys that people kind of joke are racist. But he's bisexual, so I'll probably be using the F slur.
There you go. Look. You gotta take what's given.
Talk about the gun and the coffee table. That's the ultimate hidden weapon, dude.
Yeah. I haven't used many slurs in roast battles. My first one, one of the judges' comments was like, "It's pretty crazy you managed to call him a cunt and a faggot in 1 minute."
Fucking double punch.
Yeah. I came in pretty aggressive my first ever roast battle.
Who was your first roast? Should we get the belt first off? Should we grab the belt?
Nah, we're good.
No, you know.
We brought it out last time.
It's staring at me in the face.
No,
All right.
It's all right.
All right.
It's all right.
My sister, I was talking to my sister today, and because my one brother hates that I do comedy, and he especially hates like my kind of comedy, and especially insults.
Yeah.
And so we're like, it would be funny if I brought it with me, and then just anytime I like insulted him, just run downstairs, grab the belt, and come back up wearing it.
Undefeated, yeah, man. 11-0, baby.
I've been rewarded for this.
Yeah.
A panel of juries have decided that I am worthy of insults. That's great, man.
Oh, that'd be funny, dude. I'd flaunt that forever. I bring it to like the grocery store.
Would you ever be up for a roast battle?
Dude, I don't really do like roast jokes.
Me neither. That's not my style at all.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not up my alley.
Yeah.
It's just not. That's a very uniquely Luke thing.
Absolutely. Because
I'm uniquely a mean person.
But yeah. All my jokes about are just about like stupid, dumb thoughts I have.
Silly
Yeah.
observations.
Fucking dragons are weird, right?
Yeah.
Like that's all my jokes. I'd have to roast you.
Yeah.
I'd have to go up against you and be like,
Oh, I don't know. That'd be nuts.
yeah, and be like, yo, you know when like the guy you share the room with is there? That's that's just so annoying, dude.
Oh, dude, you and me doing a roast battle?
I think it'd be good.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
if
the
you
show.
both put in the work, because like I also didn't write like roast jokes beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, it's something you have to make yourself do. But once you put in the effort, and you take your walk or your bath, and
Sure.
jog the mind, and then
Push-ups in the apartment.
you'll be surprised.
That'd
Yeah.
be like that's like Anakin and Obi-Wan in Episode 3.
That's it, though.
Would you know that scene where they're like,
Yeah. Anakin
Every
like that.
lightsaber
Be like
scene.
that.
does his signature move.
We've known each other for too long. We know too much about each other. It would cut too deep.
Yeah.
That's what makes it good.
That'd be the show.
The person, the better the roast.
That'd be the show to watch. Mm-hmm. Dude, the brothers. That's what everyone calls us. Oh, the brothers. Hey, it's the brothers. A roast battle between us would be insane. I don't think I'd want to do it, actually.
I don't want to do.
I don't think I have it in me.
Like right now, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be like, I don't know. That would like disrupt space-time continuum. That would be a lot.
Hayden called you a scrawny punk when you were out taking a smoke.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Also, what was weird is I was the guy that was out taking the smoke. That's the craziest part.
He said it alone to the crow that was sitting on the next apartment's roof.
Yeah.
Also, how
said it to nobody.
how much am I fitting that to my schedule when I'm like taking a smoke instead of having a cigarette?
Yeah,
It's your guys' version of taking dumps.
taking a dump, leaving the dump.
Yeah, because you do kind of leave it,
You do. That's like the that's like the.
It's the classic one. Like
It's
nobody.
society's problem.
Yeah, nobody takes a dump. They leave it there.
Actually, no, he was his job for a while.
John, you beat me to it. I was just about to say it. Fuck. He's quick, folks.
So you know you have a drinking problem when you're not getting the punchlines out in time.
Damn it. Oh, it was on my mouth.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I almost grabbed it too. Oh,
Fuck.
no. Oh, fuck, that was good.
I took dumps out of the airplane. Damn it.
Oh, dude, I
Booze does slow your reaction time down.
yeah, I love that where it's right out there to take,
Yeah.
and you go, oh,
Yeah.
and then someone goes like, nah, I'm gonna make the poop joke. The poop joke's mine.
Oh,
dude.
fuck. You're right there.
I'm gonna make the pooping joke, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, be quick if you want to do roasts.
Yeah, you do.
Oh man, we got a veteran in the house here, folks.
11-0.
A veteran.
I'm still looking for that woman in that picture of me at the Comedy Store. Still looking for her. There's still hope. Well, what? You know what I love? Why I love that photo is because like, who is that girl? You know. Mm-hmm. And she was. You can see her. You just see her from behind. But she's looking at me on stage, but also it's like, why was she standing where the comics were? Is she a comic? I don't know her. I've asked comics who she is. No one knows this fucking woman.
I don't know, dude.
Was she an audience woman and
dude,
that just happened to stand where the comics are?
Call me Arg, because I like that booty, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that booty, man.
Call me fucking Blackbeard, dude.
Yeah,
I'm all about that booty.
I'm trying to swashbuckle her, man.
Yeah, man.
She's
She's set my sails loose, dude.
And you know what's crazy is I almost don't want to find her. Because the thought of just like this girl's out there.
What if it was the same woman that told you to get off stage?
Her, dude, at the Improv.
What a turn of events.
Oh my God. She yelled at me, get off.
It would make sense because she does comedy. No one knows who she is.
Yep. She doesn't have a sense of humor. She yells at me at the Improv, get off stage, and then she's seeing me do good at the belly room or at the OR. She's like, maybe I'll give this guy a chance. Who was it? The girl? Well, don't say her name. But don't say her name.
The one that you asked if it was her?
Yeah. And it turned out to not be her.
Yeah. That's Ari.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, she's very pretty.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I had a terrible set at the Improv, and I was bombing so hard, and some lady yelled out from the crowd, "Get off stage!" And afterwards, I asked Luke. I said, "Was that the girl who yelled that?" And you were like, "No, that wasn't her. That wasn't her."
Some funny bad sets that I've been seeing are people, it's like dudes trying to explain why Barbie was bad. It does not go well.
No, I bet not.
Yeah.
Because like the other guys don't care enough to be like, yeah.
And they haven't seen it either.
And, well, they also just don't have any jokes to it. They were just like they were just like mad during the movie.
Yeah. Hey, how bad is this movie that was made not for me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then that movie that has nothing to do with me, didn't that suck?
And honestly, I was like, this movie was not for me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. I knew it wasn't for me. Didn't see it. Never talked about it.
The movie called Barbie. You knew that wasn't for
That's
you.
right.
That's nuts.
Me and Ben Nicholson went and saw it together, reclining seats. It was romantic.
Nice.
We'd like whisper jokes to each other, but it just looks like we were whispering like sweet nothings.
There'd be like a chick every time they dropped the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
There'd be like a chick going on stage and not watching it and go, "This is just men being impressive." It's like
Jeremy Clarkson
yeah.
is sexist. It's like,
Yeah.
stop watching.
Yes, stop.
By like me and my sister and my brother, like we all love Top Gear.
Yeah.
But my sister,
do?
her complaint every episode is they talk too much about the cars.
It's
On Top Gear.
Because we watch it for the adventures. And
Yeah.
she's like, I don't like all this car talk.
Dude, that was our shit growing up. I didn't know you were into that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah? Dude,
It's
that's
so
fucking
funny.
awesome. Dude, we grew up on Top Gear and then now the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
That was our
It's like I don't
shit.
know anything about cars and like I've never really been interested in them.
That's fine,
But
'cause
I
we know a
do
lot.
like quaint old British men.
Yeah.
And
I just want to see those three guys together, man.
Yeah.
Those three dudes. Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, James May. I don't care what they could. You see their boat special, Seaman?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Semen.
I don't care what they're doing. I just want to see them together making fun of each other, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Whenever a new one comes out, I'll go and I'll buy something that like takes a long time to eat, so it lasts me through the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh man, that's all. I didn't know you liked those guys. Yeah, we felt a lot the same way about like the Jackass guys. Like anytime a new Jackass thing comes out, we're like, oh, it's I just want to see those guys together.
What a crossover episode.
dude,
Yo,
dude.
don't fucking tempt me, dog.
The
That's-
Top Gear guys and Jackass, man, together.
Jeremy Clarkson and
Steve-O
Steve
doing something
and
together.
Johnny Knoxville together in the same stage.
That'd
It'd
be
be
nuts.
chaos. That'd be it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, I'm Steve-O, and we're gonna shove this giant car into my butthole. Here we go. And
It's
coming up next,
I'm Steve-O, and this is Finding a Reasonably Priced RV.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
They make them do very tame stuff.
Yeah. Guys, let's do the email and wrap this up.
All
All
right.
All right, folks. We're going to read the email now. bombingpodcast@gmail.com. That's our email. We close out every podcast by reading it. If you would like us to read your email, then email us. bombingpodcast@gmail.com. All right, here we go. Oh, it's a question from someone we don't know.
I know her.
Nah, you don't know this woman.
Follows me on Instagram.
You don't know. No, you know. Nobody knows this woman. This is a mysterious woman who emails the podcast.
What's the title? What's the title of the email?
The title says, "Love you tons." Oh, she must love us. Well, we love this woman too. Very much. Wish we knew her. But we don't. It's a question. It says, it says Pepsi or Coke. Which one is the one for you? Pepsi or Coke? I gotta go Coke. I'm gonna go Coke. I wanted to go Pepsi. I grew up on Pepsi, but Coke is just better. It just is. That's my answer.
Speaking as a diabetic in his last days, I'm kind of an expert on this. The Pepsi is generally better than Coke, but the best Coke is better than the best Pepsi.
That's a great answer, actually. Mm-hmm. That's a great answer.
If it's hot out and you're tired and you're thirsty,
Yeah.
you go for Coke every time.
Absolutely.
If you're just in the living room, just chilling, watching The Godfather, loving it,
Yeah.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a few Pepsis. It's a long movie, and there's 3 of them.
It is quite a saga.
You guys are not prepared for the Royal Crown Cola, Bill.
That's not one of them.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a quarter to spend on a can of soda.
Exactly.
Yep.
RC Cola is the best.
I don't mind it, but even like if you've had it in the fridge for hours, you're like, why is this hot?
Yeah, it's like why it gets hotter. Isn't that weird? It gets hotter, and when you put it in the freezer.
It's chemically incorrect.
Why is it getting hotter in the fucking cold box?
What you save in a dime, you pay for in chemo.
You know, Anthony Bourdain said that one of his hangover cures is an ice cold Coca-Cola, and he killed himself.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's a man you can trust.
No, I don't like that people quote Anthony Bourdain on advice on how to enjoy life. It's ridiculous. I keep seeing that quote. It's like, stop at a bar, talk to us, try this. It's like, no, this went so badly for him.
Yeah, he did all those things, and look what happened.
His job was having no responsibilities, and he killed himself.
He literally had no reservations. His hangover cure was an ice cold Coca-Cola and like spicy food and a cigarette or and a joint, I think. I think it was a joint.
Like obviously, if you marry a Me Too figurehead, that's a lot. You're gonna kill yourself. The person who sent this email is like, "This is not where I thought this question was gonna go."
No, definitely not. Look, the person who sent this email has been disappointed many times in the sending of an email, but she knew what she signed up for. I don't think we answered this question, to be honest with you folks.
I don't think this segment is going.
I think I had a great answer.
No, you did. You definitely had a great answer. That's all in.
It's a context-specific question.
It is. How do we land this plane? That's what I want to know. We went Coke, huh?
No, we didn't. We disagreed wildly on all.
No, we both went Coke, and you went RC, which wasn't one of the answers.
Yeah. So none of them. Yeah.
But that's Pepsi or Coke. That's the question.
Yeah. No, none of them.
What?
No. Fuck Big Pepsi.
RC could go away, and no one would notice apart from homeless people.
Uh-huh. Yep. And poor dads in Tennessee.
RC's definitely a weekend with your kids drink.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. A weekend at a lake house that is your buddies. That's what it is. Dude.
It's not your lake house.
And it's not a rented lake house.
It's your friend's dad's lake house. That's
right.
where it is.
Dude, Pepsi or Coke, that's like It's like debating between like Marlboro or Camel. Like I'm going Marbs, dude. I'm smoking Marbs. I'm drinking Coke.
Okay, so you're wrong twice.
What an insane thing to say right now. Wrong twice. So you're gonna smoke a Camel and wash it down with an ice cold Pepsi?
Yes.
That's crazy. I'm gonna smoke a Marb, Southern Cut, by the way. Wash it down with an ice cold Coca-Cola. And you're gonna smoke a.
I'm gonna
It's
take
a Don Rickles line, dude.
I'm gonna take some.
That was kind of Don Ricklesy.
Gonna take some Nova Rapid insulin.
Wash it down with.
after, yeah.
Wash it down with a grape
After a
Fanta.
liter of brisk.
Ah, shit.
All right.
I think that's it. That's it for emails, folks. If you want to email us, do it at bombingpodcast@gmail.com. That's been episode 85. Luke Walls. It's been, seriously, I'm going to get weird here for a sec. I'm sorry. It's been so great getting to know you.
Gay.
You know, we moved here and we didn't know anybody.
Very gay.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that.
No, I'm kidding.
We didn't know anybody, and you know, we've been here 3 years now. Actually, shit, 3 years.
3 fucking
That's
years,
nuts.
dude. Yeah.
And you're leaving tomorrow, and that sucks. And I fucking don't like that you're leaving. But it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and it's been a pleasure having you stay with us. And if you ever come back and you need a place to stay, please don't hesitate to hit us up.
I appreciate it. And thank you
And,
for everything.
Of course, man. It's been nuts getting to know you, man. And yeah. And you have a show coming up?
I do. I'm going to be at Comedy Boulevard September 29th. So if you're in LA, come see me on the 29th.
That's right. I'll be there. And follow me on Instagram at Ryan Jennings. And subscribe to Sunset Heights podcast, which will be continuing, even though
Yep.
you will be absent for a little bit. You'll come back.
It's gonna have a more masculine feel.
That's right. Sunset Heights podcast. We've been on there a few times, and that's a lot of fun.
I'm on Instagram at HAYDNWICKOFF.
And I'm Luke David Walls on Instagram.
And that's been it, folks. Episode 85 of Bombing Podcast. Make sure to email us, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Luke, we'll see you, man. Good night, everyone.